Hi folks, Dan here, welcome to Rockstarter Guitar, and today I'm going to be talking about alternate tunings. Roll the credits. So why tune your guitar differently to standard tuning? Well, think of an artist, for example, with their palette, and they've got 6 colours on their palette, and one day they think, I'm a bit bored with these colours, I want to change them. So they change all the 6 colours, or maybe 4 of the colours, or 3 of the colours, and replace them with another colour. And then it gives them more options, more sort of tonal variations, colour variations, and the same thing kind of applies to alternate tunings. You could play, you could tune your guitar differently and play an E chord or a D chord or a C chord, and it would just sound completely different. And it just allows you to experiment a bit more with different chords and different fingerings. And also I find that from a songwriting point of view, you can tune your guitar differently, play the same chords as you would in standard tuning, and get a completely different sound, which hopefully will sort of inspire you to explore that tuning a bit more. And yeah, like I say, sort of experiment with your own fingerings and come up with your own ideas. Okay, so before we talk about alternate tunings, let's just talk about standard tuning briefly. So when your guitar is manufactured, the vast majority are tuned the same way. So let's just run through that now. So this guitar here, Paul Reed Smith, is tuned standard tuning. So the thickest string closest to me is E, then we have A, then D, then G, then B, then E, which is an octave higher than your bottom E. So one way of remembering it is every average dad gets boiled eggs. I've no idea who taught me that, how I know that, but it's one way of remembering standard tuning anyway. So the first alternate tuning we're going to look at is drop D, a favourite of many rock and metal bands worldwide. I think folk musicians use it as well. I think Bob Dylan used it on one of his tracks, or a few of his tracks. Maybe you can tell me in the comments below. From standard tuning is tune the bottom E string down a whole step to D, which means that we can play D chords with all of the strings and you get a huge D. Like so. You can also play nice chuggy riffs as well. Like so. Okay, so the next tuning we're going to look at is open D. This allows us to play a D chord open. And what I mean by that is that the way it's tuned means that no fretting involved. It's like witchcraft. The guitar in this instant is tuned to D, A, another D, a bit like drop D tuning, F sharp, A, and then D again. Which gives us, like I said, a nice D major sound. Lovely stuff. Which allows you to play some rather nifty little riffs like thus. So a variation on open D tuning is open D minor, which is really close to open D. All you need to do is, so previously your G string was tuned to F sharp, just tune it down half a tone, half a step to F, and then we have an open D minor chord, which will make people everywhere weep instantly. Again, you can move the minor chord, sort of one finger bar chord shape, up and down the fretboard. Depressing, isn't it? Okay, the final tuning we're going to look at is sometimes called the Nick Drake tuning, because he used it a lot. funnily enough. It's C, G, C, F, C, E. So tune that bottom E all the way down to C. G, C, F, C, and then E. And it gives you a really sort of nice drony kind of sound. There is, however, a bit of a major caveat with all of this. And that is, if you own a guitar that has a floating tremolo system, such as this rather lovely Ibanez, or any guitar with a Floyd Rose tremolo in, for example, then you're a bit stuffed. So what do I mean by floating tremolo? I mean that the tremolo, or the bridge, is literally floating. There's a hollowed out section in the body here, underneath the bridge, which means you can not only bend the notes down with the tremolo, you can pull them up as well. I shall demonstrate thus. So this is tuned to standard tuning. So the tension of the strings is paramount here because it's holding the bridge parallel to the body, horizontally parallel to the body. If you start messing about with the tensions of the strings, the bridge will start moving around, your tuning will go out the window, and you'll be knackered. If you have a standard tremolo, like on the Paul Reed Smith, or a fixed bridge, knock yourself out with tunings, but if you have a floating tremolo, sorry. Okay, so there you go, just a few alternate tunings to try out. There are literally countless tunings you can have a go at, so if you do a Google search for alternate tunings, have a look on Wikipedia actually, there are flipping hundreds of them. And yeah, have fun. I hope you enjoyed that video. This is the very first video I've done on this channel, so apologies if I was a bit nervous and it was a bit crap. If you enjoyed it, leave a comment below. If you really enjoyed it, please subscribe to this channel. There'll be plenty of more videos to come. If you really enjoyed it, just send me cash. That'd be great. Okay, thanks for watching guys, and see you next time. Bye bye.